Today I'm going to be starting on a Jeep Wrangler 2015 model. I'm going to be wrapping it in pearl light green. Pretty nice color. Plus the actual wrapping, I'm going to try to show you how to disassemble each panel by itself. I got another project going on, so I'm going to do this in sections. We have 8 screws holding this spare wheel carrier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Just take them off and keep going. Screws are off, carrier is off. These things, you have 2 of them. One here, another one here. Very easy to take off. Just pull it out, but just be careful. You don't want to snap this rubber piece off. Otherwise, you're gonna have to buy another one. Alright, so take these 2 off. The O-ring here holding the wire for the 3rd brake light down there. And there's a clip from the inside. I'll show you in a bit. You just unclip it and this should come out. These are the hinge covers, plastic. If you can see here, hold on, let me show you a better look. You get these 2 hooks here, 1 hook at the back. So when it's on the door, you pull from this side first, then you push that way just a little bit. With the air vent over here, let me show you the back side. It has 3 hooks on each side. Here's the door open. That's the inside panel. There's another panel that goes here. You just pull on it. There's a lot of hooks here. 1, 2, 3, and 2 metal clips. So try to push from this side first, then pull that way. Don't pull from the right side. These will break easy. So pull from the left side, take it out, and if you look closely here, let me show you. Yeah, you can see it. That's the clip I was talking about. Just as soon as you unclip this, your wire to the 3rd brake light is gonna come off completely. So after you do this, you'll only be left with the door handle, and we'll be ready for a cleanup and start wrapping. This is the door handle on the outside. There are 2 screws holding it from the inside. Put some light here. You can see inside there's 2 screws, actually 2 nuts holding the door handle from the inside, and they're a bit tricky to take off. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. So there's number 1. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, there's number 1 right there. And there's another one at the top, right here. I took off the tailgate completely to do as good a job as possible, and this is the best way I think. Took off all the trim pieces completely. Now comes the most important step, which is cleanup. Go clean it up, go over it at least 2 or 3 times with 70% alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, make sure it's dry, blow it off with a air compressor, then start wrapping. Laid down the vinyl. It's almost completely glass, so let's start applying it from the center out, and we might need some heat. I'm gonna try to do the whole thing without any preheat, just some post heating to make sure we don't have any pullback in the future, but for the most part I'm gonna try not to use any heat, so for this film to last longer and not have any issues in the future. Alright. It's ready to go. Just need to do the trimming right now and start putting this thing back together. Tailgate with all the trimmed out, all the parts back on it, and it's ready to go back on the Jeep. Okay guys, so the tailgate is done, back on the Jeep. I put some light on it. There you go. Color came out awesome, so can't wait to finish up the whole thing. already did this front grille piece. Nothing to it. I didn't shoot a video because it's so simple, nothing complicated there. I'm taking off the door completely, take off the hinges. Some installers just work around the hinges and tuck the vinyl inside as far as they can go behind the seams. I'm not gonna do that. I'm taking it off completely, take off the side mirrors, handle, maybe the lock. That's the only thing I might leave on. So what you're gonna have to do is you have use the Allen wrench to take off these two screws. Pry this off, this piece, trim piece, with a plastic prying tool if you have it. If not, with a screwdriver. Just be careful not to scratch it. There's a small plastic door right here behind the handle. I don't know if you can see it, square. You'll pry it off. There's a screw behind it. Take it off. Two screws holding the mirror. Just don't forget to unhook the wire if you have power mirrors. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Then you start lifting the door panel from the bottom. You work your way up. When you're done with both sides, just lift the whole door panel just a little bit up, then pull it out, up then out, because it's kind of hooked up on the edge here. So here's how it looks like. That's the trim piece right there. You got a couple of screws, one here inside, another one here on the top, and after you take this plastic door here, you're gonna see another screw right there. Also, you have 3 screws, 2 at the bottom here at the corner, 1, 2, and there's another one here right behind the door handle. Big one here, already told you about, and there's a small one here. This is the door with the panel off. Here there's a rubber sealant right there. You gotta take off so you can have access to the screw holding the door handle from the outside. There's another one right there, but we have to take off all of this plastic panel to get access to the door handle. Gonna do this next. Just remember, before you take off the hinge screws from the outside, you gotta unclip this from the inside of the car, not from this side. There's a clip and a hanger here. Take these off and you should be good to go.